Now, Sports Extra with Andrew Chernoff.
Orange, the place to be this weekend for a little fun in the sun, wiffle ball style. What this tournament was all about. Plus, the Houston Astros wrapping up their series against the A's will take you out to Oakland. Those stories in a bit. First, though, 1 week of high school football practice in the books. My next guests have already strapped on the pads and are now getting ready for scrimmage season to start. The Vider Pirates joining me now, head coach Jeff Matthews, along with a few of his players.
How are you?
Coach, how was the first week of practice?
As good as I've ever had. Good. We flew around, no mental bust. Kids were excited, came in shape. Real good week.
Got to give Coach some props right now. This is the shortest I think I've ever seen.
I lowered
Coach
down.
as
I
well.
wanted them to feel better, so I scooted down as far as I could.
How tall are you again?
About 5'11".
5'11". Yeah, add on another foot to that, right? So it's nice to finally talk on Coach's level right now.
Yes, sir.
This first week of practice, you guys were a very young team last year. Have you seen this team grow experience-wise heading into the season?
Oh, absolutely. Special year for me. You know, I've watched a couple of these guys grow up if they were in kindergarten. I've coached them in Little League, basketball, football. You know, we've had that relationship where we know each other like fathers and sons, and they know what to expect from me, and they know what I expect from them, and it's a lot of fun.
How neat is it to have known some of these guys since they were kids?
It was cool. You know, I looked back the other day, and I saw a youth basketball league we were in, and Zach, Dakota, and Mason were there, and I'm thinking, man, it's like it was yesterday. Now they're grown up. They're going to be seniors. Last time I get to do this with them, and hopefully it goes out good.
Dakota, how has Coach changed since you've known him?
No hair
really,
jokes. No hair jokes.
Hasn't really changed a bit. He's always been picking with us ever since we were little, and he always just picks with us, make sure we're having fun and everything. So hasn't really changed that much. Just gets stricter once we get older.
Speaking of having fun, obviously Coach is having some fun right now. Zach, how much fun was it to put on the pads finally on Friday?
It was super exciting to see what the team's brought out.
Does it feel like when you put on the pads, that's the true start of high school football season?
Oh, yes, sir. Seems like you see what the team's going to bring out to the field and how we're going to be.
Trevor, what have you liked about the team so far in practice?
I liked how we haven't messed up any. I mean, like Coach said, we've been dang near perfect every practice.
Scrimmage season starts this week. It's crazy, hard to believe.
Can't believe it.
You guys play Orangefield this week and then West Orange Dark the following week. How will those two teams help the Vider Pirates come this season?
It's going to help us. You know, the first week we played Josh at Orangefield, very well coached. They run the same offense we do. So it's just kind of a elaborated scrimmage. The next week, West Orange, when you see that speed, that's great. That is so good for them. They're so well coached and have so much speed at every position. That's going to be a real test for us to see what we can do.
Will it be good to finally hit another team and not someone wearing a Vider jersey?
Right, yes, sir. We're ready to hit everybody hard because we don't all necessarily hit each other super hard because we don't want to hurt each other. But looking forward to hitting everybody.
The fan base at Vider, ridiculous. We joke about it all the time, Coach. Trevor, even at these scrimmages, are you expecting a packed house on the Pirates side of the field?
Yes, sir. I mean, we went to Florida last year. We had more fans than they did. I mean, it's crazy how many fans we got.
It was.
That's nuts. You guys get to host Florida this year, that first game of the year, Panama City. Nice to be at home for that game and not having to travel this year.
Well, it's big. You know, a different set of rules. You know, a lot of our offense is based on cutting and getting down low on people. We couldn't do that in Florida. You know, right off the bat it happened. It changed everything. They kicked the field goal from the 50, missed it. I'm thinking we fixed to get the ball in great field position. They spotted the 20. So it's going to be regular football when they come to Texas.
Yeah, real football, not
yes,
Florida football. There's a gap right there. Non-district part of the schedule, brutal. You play that Panama City team, then you play Channelview that third week, and in between there you're at Jasper.
Right.
Where do you guys hope to be coming out of that non-district part of the schedule?
Get ready because they all went to the playoffs and everything, and they're pretty good teams, and they throw the ball a lot, and get ready for Nederland, first district game, and hope we can come out and beat Nederland and start off their district.
District, tough this year. PNG picked to win it based on Dave Campbell's magazine. Zach, how much do you guys pay attention to Dave Campbell's picks?
Don't pay attention much at all. We just go out there and work hard. That really don't say anything because they're not on the field every Friday night.
You guys have not made the playoffs the last 2 years. Is that a chip on this team's shoulder heading into the season?
Yes, sir. I believe that we're going to playoffs this year.
Coach, do you think this team is capable?
I think we definitely are. You know, we've been last year in every game we were within 7. In games we lost, we were very young. With everybody back, we think we've got the opportunity to make some noise, and you know we kind of like being picked last. You know, when they pick us last, I think in 11 we were picked 6th or 7th and went 3 rounds deep. So that doesn't mean anything to us. It's nice to read. It's nice to see our kids' names in the magazine. But other than that, we're going to go out and play football, and we're going to take care of our own stuff.
Okay, last question, guys. I'll ask you two on the end. You look at right now Dakota and Coach. They each have the little goatee thing going on. Who pulls it off better?
Who controls conditioning tomorrow?
Got to say with Coach, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
That's awesome. Good deal. Remember, Coach does control conditioning tomorrow, so that's a good rule of thumb.
Best looking beard you've ever seen, isn't it? So. Exactly right.
Good stuff, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you out there this week at the scrimmages.
Yes, sir.
Sports are about competition, and there was no competition bigger than the one in Orange this weekend.
You can be the best baseball player out there, and you can come out here and look like a fool in wiffle ball.
How a local wiffle ball tournament brings together some of the area's best athletes. Last year, a group of local high school athletes had an idea. How about a summer wiffle ball tournament? It was such a success, the guys decided, let's try it again this year. It's one of the most prestigious tournaments in the Golden Triangle, the Backyard Brawl Wiffle Ball Tournament.
Some teams are out here just to play, just to have fun, but some are out here to actually win. That's what we're out here to do.
The second annual, taking place this weekend at a backyard in Orange.
There's been more hype about it this year.
The winners taking home the trophy.
If we don't win this, we're going to be disappointed for like the rest of the summer.
This year, some minor changes to First Financial Field. There are still the bleachers, scoreboard, and official strike zone, but a bigger green monster in right and a left center fence further away from home plate, making this a pitcher's ballpark.
If you can sling it a little bit, it's going to be a tough game for the other team to win. When they're throwing it hard and moving the ball that much, it's crazy. It's definitely harder than baseball.
Also, differences when it comes to the teams. Still 8 of them in the double elimination bracket, but new to the field, a team from Houston and a team of adults, which created plenty of trash talk from the youngsters.
They don't have it anymore. Their ship sailed, and they just, I don't know what they were thinking today. They're just not in their prime. They're not in their prime anymore. That's it.
Watch the bat.
Year 2, another success. The focus now, getting ready for the 3rd annual Backyard Brawl next summer.
We take a lot of pride in our field, and we have a lot of fun when people show up.
And the winners of the 2015 Backyard Brawl, the guys from Nederland, seen on the right side of this photo. They defeated the defending champs, the fellows you just heard from, 3-0 in the championship game. Astros wrapping up their series against the A's today. Bottom 9, Houston up 1, Oakland with the bases loaded, and that takes an athletics bounce. Tying run scores on the play. Then it's Danny Valencia, still 2 outs in the 9th, ball game. Walk-off brings in Josh Fegley. Athletics rally to win 5-4. They take 3 of 4 from Houston. On deck for the Stros, a 2-game series at the Giants beginning Tuesday. Rubber game between the Rangers and Mariners. Top 3, wild pitch from Felix Hernandez allows Shin Soo Choo to score from 3rd. Rangers up 2-0. Bottom 4, Mariners respond. Jesus Montero, goodbye. 2-run blast gives Seattle a 3-2 lead. That's all it needs. Mariners going to win 4-2. Like the Astros, the Rangers get a day off before starting a 3-game series in Minnesota. Time to leave the diamond and head on out to the gridiron. What celebrity was at Cowboys camp this weekend? The Dallas Cowboys wrapping up the 2nd weekend of training camp today with the annual blue-white scrimmage. It's already been a neat weekend, though, for Big D, because actor Denzel Washington stopped by camp out in Oxnard, California. The lifelong Cowboys fan on cloud 9.
I'm just happy. You know, I get to meet Tony Romo, meet different guys, and, you know, this is a dream for me. I got to live out my dream through my son. So days like today are just fun days for me. Nobody's going to see this interview, so nobody will know that I'm actually here to, you know, beg for tickets. Okay. But you do me a favor, and we'll keep it just between you and me. You tell Jerry that Denzel and like a couple of, no, not even tickets, sideline pass. But don't tell anybody, all right? All right.
We will not tell anyone, Denzel. Do not worry. NFL Hall of Fame game tonight, Steelers and Vikings. Second quarter, Minnesota scores the first touchdown of the preseason. Mike Kafka to Michael Pruitt. Who had that in fantasy? Vikings do not look back. They win tonight. The final score, 14-3. Final round, Bridgestone Invitational. Leader Shane Lowry on 10. Check out this approach shot from the rough, and the bounce, solid. That ends up very close to the hole. He birdies the shot. Then on 18, this to win the tournament, birdie putt, and he nails it. Shane Lowry wins his first career PGA Tour event by going 11 under for the tourney. He wins by 2 strokes over second place Bubba Watson. Meanwhile, Justin Rose and Jim Furyk finish in a tie for third. Up next for the PGA Tour, the final major of the year, the PGA Championship, next week at Whistling Straits in Wisconsin. NASCAR at Watkins Glen today. Final lap, Kevin Harvick in the lead. Last couple turns, so close. The problem, though, he does not have enough fuel. He runs out. Joey Logano takes advantage and passes him on the final corner. Logano wins the Cheez-It 355. I'm in the mood for Cheez-Its now. Dramatic fashion right there. It's Logano's second victory of the season. And finally tonight, your best fishing game forecast peaking tomorrow at both 11:20 a.m. and midnight. That will do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching the Sunday Sports Extra. Tonight, we'll leave you with the play of the day. The Padres ball girl showing off awesome glove work. Good night.
2-2 to Kemp. And he reaches up, lines that one to left, and what a snag by the ball girl. Nice! Take a stand. Let's go ahead and make this our Bill Howe play of the game. She's getting a standing ovation from the fans behind third base.
This has been the KFDM Sports Extra in HD.